Love doesn't retire at 60. In fact, for many men and women, love becomes more authentic, more grounded, and in some ways more exciting than it was decades earlier. While Hollywood often paints love as something only for the young, real life tells a different story. Today, we'll dive deep into the 5 biggest ways love changes after 60 for both men and women. These changes can be physical, emotional, and even spiritual. To make this practical, I'll also share real-life examples and stories that reflect these truths. Before we dive deeper, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. This way you won't miss our upcoming videos with more life-changing health tips. Also, share this video with friends or family who might benefit from it. Together we can stay healthier for longer. 1. Emotional depth replaces surface-level romance. When we're younger, love can feel like a roller coaster. Intense attraction, drama, arguments, makeups. It's part of the ride. But after 60, priorities change. At this stage in life, men and women often seek peace and stability over excitement and chaos. Emotional intimacy, being able to sit quietly together, laugh over shared memories, or support one another through health challenges, becomes more valuable than fireworks. For example, consider George and Linda, both in their late 60s. They met at a community book club. George once said, "What I love about Linda isn't that she makes my heart race. It's that she makes my heart rest." This captures the shift. Love becomes about comfort and trust, not adrenaline. Another layer to this is forgiveness. After 60, both partners have lived long enough to know that no one is perfect. They carry scars, mistakes, and regrets, yet they also carry wisdom. This makes them more willing to forgive and let go of the small things, focusing instead on companionship. Physical intimacy evolves but doesn't disappear. One common myth is that romance dies with age. That's simply not true. While physical intimacy may change due to health conditions, medications, or lower energy, it doesn't vanish. Instead, it often transforms into something more meaningful. Physical closeness may involve more touch, tenderness, and affection. Holding hands, a gentle hug, or even sitting close while watching TV can feel more intimate than rushed passion. And thanks to modern medicine, many couples now find solutions to challenges like hormonal changes, energy levels, or physical discomfort. Whether through open communication or medical support, couples can redefine what intimacy means to them, proving that love is not limited by age. A real-world example comes from a senior couple interviewed in the New York Times. Married for 40 years, they admitted their physical relationship slowed down, but never lost its importance. The husband said, "Now every kiss feels like gold. We value it more because we know time is precious." Priorities shift from building a future to enjoying the present. In younger years, couples are busy building careers, families, homes. After 60, many of those responsibilities are behind them. This creates a beautiful shift in priorities. Love becomes less about planning for tomorrow and more about savoring today. Couples might enjoy traveling together, spending time with grandchildren, or simply sharing quiet mornings with coffee. Research even shows that seniors who cultivate shared hobbies, gardening, dancing, volunteering, report higher satisfaction in their relationships. These activities create joy and connection in the present moment, without the pressure of long-term planning. A touching story is that of Mary and Thomas, who started hiking local trails in their 60s. They said those walks gave them more joy than any expensive vacation. Why? Because they were fully present with each other every step of the way. Social and family dynamics influence love. Love after 60 doesn't happen in isolation. Adult children, grandchildren, and even social circles play a big role. For example, dating after 60 can be complicated if adult kids feel protective or skeptical about their parents' new partner. Yet these dynamics can also strengthen love. Couples often bond over family gatherings, shared caregiving responsibilities, or community involvement. In fact, many seniors find that love after 60 brings them closer not only to their partner, but also to their families. By modeling kindness, patience, and resilience, they show the younger generation what mature love truly looks like. I recall the story of a widow named Carol, who remarried at 65. At first, her children were hesitant, but when they saw how happy and supported she felt, they eventually embraced her new husband as part of the family. Self-acceptance and identity shape relationships. By the time people reach 60, they've often gone through multiple identities: parent, professional, caregiver, spouse. Entering this new stage means embracing self-acceptance. This has a profound effect on love. Men and women who finally feel comfortable with who they are become better partners. They no longer chase unrealistic ideals or compare themselves to others. Instead, they value authenticity. This also means that relationships after 60 often have fewer games and more honesty. People are less afraid to express what they want, need, and expect. They don't waste time pretending because they understand how precious time really is. One gentleman in his 70s said, "At this age, I don't try to impress anymore. I just try to connect." That's the essence of love after 60, authentic, vulnerable, and real. Love after 60 is not the end. It's a new beginning. It's quieter but deeper, slower but richer. Less about proving something and more about living something. If you or someone you know is entering this stage of life, remember love is still possible, and it may even be more fulfilling than ever. So whether you're rekindling a decades-long marriage, finding romance after loss, or simply learning to love yourself better, embrace the changes. They're not limitations. They're transformations that make love even more meaningful.